Okay, they want me to expose myself? Then I'll expose myself.
What?
Verbally. Yep, so that's gonna be what we're gonna do today, is we're gonna look back at things I used to watch as a kid, you know, seeing if it holds up today. Big spoiler here. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Yeah, it's a big spoiler alert. Okay, well, some things it does, but, like, not most of the things on this list, you know? Let's just get into the first category. DDLC. Put in a transition clip, you know, something to introduce. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, put it in. We're gonna go on to that segment. Alright, song's a banger. I'm sorry for cutting Sayori off, but, you know, that's the first thing we're gonna talk about in this segment, you know? Oh, Doki Doki Forever. Where do I even begin? The greatest DDLC fan song of all time. Argue with nobody, because it's not an argument, it's just a fact. I don't care about Jess Monica. No, I do care about Jess Monica. I'm not gonna lie, that song's a banger too. Yeah, if I played the whole song, I'd be pretty happy. I like that song. There's this one time that I listened to it for like 387 straight days. And then I didn't listen to it for like 2 years. But you know, I think the song is pretty good. This one's gonna be a controversial take, because I know people love it. I hate. Why did I say Okie Dokie? I hate it, bro. Bro, I see a DDLC edit with that. Scroll. Get out of my face. Out of my face. Scroll. I see the second I hear a millisecond of it. Scroll. Get out of here. Nah, bro. I hate that song, bro. But DDLC Forever, banger, banger. Stay immediately. I'm watching the edit. I don't care how bad it is. I'm watching it. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the DDLC Forever part. Other than that, in the DDLC fandom, what else did I watch? As a kid, I watched a lot of DDLC mods. Just, like, all of them I could. There's some certain mods that I wish I didn't watch. Like Exit Music. Because that made me sad. But then again, it's honestly, Exit Music is one of the greatest DDLC mods of all time. It's definitely on the Mount Rushmore. It's up there with Salvation, and I guess Monica After Story. What else did I watch? I watched, of course, like, fan animations and stuff. I watched all of those. I think Sayori's Lament is one of them. Let me see when that was released. Because some of the stuff isn't from when I was a kid, because I've just been in the DDLC fandom consistently. I just looked up Sayori's Lament. I was like, 8 years ago. Yeah, that is from my childhood. And I look, 8 years ago was 2018? Yo, I'm that old? I guess that's why I'm doing this video, though. I guess that's why I'm doing this video, because if I wasn't that old, I couldn't make this video. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly, you know. I didn't do any research for this video. I have, like, footnotes. Like, hold on, let me read out some of them to you. Look, okay, it says DDLC. It says, okay, The Amazing World of Gumball. It's got YouTube horror. That's not gonna be in this video. That's for another video, because, you know, I was big on horror. I got AOK/ADHD. If you know, you know. I mean, I'll go over it later. I got DHMIS. I'll go over that later. I got popular MMOs. I got FNAF, obviously. I got Baldi. That one was big because my goat, Cory Kenshin.
Let me turn around. You wanna spank my butt? Ooh.
I don't even think Cory ever played. Obviously, Cory's on the list. He was second on the list. I was trying to save it, like, I don't know why I was trying to save it. Everybody knows I grew up watching Cory. That's the whole reason I'm doing YouTube and whatever. I feel like Cory, I've mentioned him a billion times over this channel. Yeah, anyways, that's off topic for now. We're gonna shift back to DDLC. In shifting back to DDLC, we have Doki Forever. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. I remember that. I hated that because I really like the actual song. But yeah, bum song. Didn't like it. I don't care if it was a joke. Bum song. I bet I could sing. Okay, so I bet I could sing Your Reality, Jess Monica, and Doki Doki Forever, just back to back to back. Like, actually accurate. At least with 95% accuracy, I'd say. Maybe I missed like 2 words. I'm not gonna lie. I listened to those songs so much when I was a kid. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, you know? This is just like well, I guess this would be kind of like the base of the iceberg now that I'm thinking about it, because, you know, it's one of the things I know more about, because, well, I've been in the fandom pretty much ever since its conception. You know, okay, I think the DDLC segment is over, because I think I kind of actually want to make a whole video on, like, things about like the DDLC fandom. So it's good that I didn't really go in depth with anything. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a whole video on it. So the next segment, the next segment is about Cory Kenshin. Yep, because he's the GOAT. I love Cory Kenshin. He's the reason I'm doing YouTube. Like I said, like probably a minute earlier. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this down. I'm gonna just do it. We ball. Obviously I grew up watching Cory. Obviously he's got to have his own segment. Obviously, I mean, he was the one who introduced me to so many things, like Baldi, you know, like Hello Neighbor, like I guess Yandere's him, but like I don't know if I'm ever gonna play that one on the channel. Al-Oni, you know, obviously. Oh, Night of Consumers, that's a classic one. That is a classic Cory series in my opinion. You want to talk classic Cory? Classic Cory is Happy Wheels and Guts and Glory. Ooh, that kind of rhymed. Hold on, that was kind of bars. Hold on, no, that was a little tough. Come on, don't lie. Duck Season, oh my gosh, when he played Duck Season, oh lord. Tabs might be his greatest series of all time. I guess it has to be SSS because it's the longest running, and you know it's a good series. But Tabs, bro, for being a 3-episode series, was so good. Granny Sim with Dashi. Oh, Grounded with Berleezy. The weirdest TV commercials ever.
What?
Oh my goodness. Oh, and his God of War series, I remember I watched that in health class every day because, you know, my health class was my first period. And, I don't know, I feel like Cory was uploading it like, he was either uploading at like 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. when he was doing God of War, if I remember right, or I was saving it for the next day. Either way, man, that was peak. That was in high school though, you know, obviously that was, you know, that was more recent. Kindergarten, when Cory played Kindergarten, oh my gosh, look. Kindergarten, huge part of my childhood, because of Cory, you know, he introduced me to it, and then I watched, Game Theory's thing on it, and it was a big part of Game Theory for a while, too. I might as well talk about Game Theory just a little bit here, because they're not going to get their own segment. This is Cory's segment, but I'm just going to segue into Game Theory a slight bit. Yeah, I used to watch them. Obviously, I don't really anymore. I mean, I don't know. I just like MatPat a lot. I like MatPat and Stephanie a lot. And, you know, now that they're gone, I'm just not watching them. If you're wondering what YouTubers I watched today, I watched Chazington. I watched Cory. I will never stop watching the GOAT. I watched Joe Bart.
If I had the power to bend time, I would make sure you were never born. I swear to God, your family lineage would be wiped off the face of the earth.
I watched Kieran Dev, Tommy NFG.
Well, people of today, I gather to tell you why you should let your wife shit on you. Okay, you just gotta hear me out for a second. You gotta hear me out, but maybe you'll enjoy it.
What a guy, Tommy NFG. And I think that's pretty much, like, it right now. Oh, no. MMG, man, the Panther season wheel mutt, baller. And Flamingo, I forgot to say Flamingo. But anyways, that's enough about other YouTubers. We're talking about the GOAT, the Aowaki. The Aowaki was oh my gosh, that was one of the first videos I remember, like, watching with my friends back in elementary school. Was the Aowaki, which is kind of crazy. Like, man, I don't really talk to anybody I used to, like, talk to in elementary school, you know, but we used to be watching Cory Kenshin all day because that's all I want to watch. And, you know, they were fun with it because Cory's the GOAT. Everybody loves Cory, bro. If you don't love Cory, you're weird. I'm not gonna lie. The Aowaki was a banger, Scrootian Eyes was a banger, Friday the 13th was a banger, Granny was iconic for his channel. When he played Minecraft, it was like... Dude, that was like... I don't know, it was crazy. When he played Minecraft, I thought he was never gonna play Minecraft. He played Minecraft story mode, but I thought he was never gonna play like Minecraft, you know? At least I don't remember him playing Minecraft before that. Like before the Minecraft series that was uploaded in like 2020, I want to say. Obviously he played Kill It With Fire. Kill It With Fire was amazing. Man, when he played Minecraft though, that was crazy. I wish he still played Minecraft. I wish he even finished that series. Not like you can't really finish Minecraft, but like I'm pretty sure he didn't beat the Ender Dragon. Don't quote me on that because, well, no, do quote me on that because I'm like 99% sure. I'm not gonna lie, I'm 99% sure. But I haven't watched that series since it came out. Cory Kenshin, definitely in the big 3 of YouTubers. I'm lying. He's number 1. I'm not even gonna front that. Oh, he's in the big 3. He's number 1. He is the GOAT. There's like, he's just above everybody. I'm sorry. Obviously it's biased because it's my take, but in my opinion, he's the GOAT. That's it. He's just the GOAT, and there's no competition. No one's even close. Like it's just not close. He's him. The Try Not to Laughs, the SSSs. There's nobody I've watched more than Cory. In all of YouTube, he's my number 1 YouTuber. Like probably like in hours watched. Obviously Finding Frankie was last year, but I would watch that in class, you know. Schedule 1 was pretty good. I watched that in class, you know. Bro, when Cory was uploading and I could eat breakfast in class watching Cory, that was peak. And now, Cory don't upload no more, and it makes me sad. But I guess this is supposed to be about, like, things I grew up watching, so we're gonna slide Cory to the side. No, that's not that big of a rhyme, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna slide Cory to the side, and we're gonna move on, because, you know, you can only talk about the GOAT so much. And also, I'm probably gonna talk about the GOAT more in other videos. That's just how it is. If I see anything that remotely relates to Cory, or at least, like, remotely reminds me of Cory, I'ma mention it. I'ma mention Cory, you know? You know what? I got one more in me, because I realized I haven't glazed him enough. I just said games he played. I just said, like, series I like. That's not enough. Y'all ever seen Cory hitting the jerk? That's tough. Actually, I'll probably put that as the segue clip. But it's still tough, I don't care. Cory, hit the jerk. Hit the jerk again. Y'all ever seen him singing Do You Like?
Yes, I'm drinking whiskey. Baby, I am gone tonight. NBC is not the only thing I'm coming on tonight.
That's tough. Oh my gosh. I love Do You Like, actually. That might be the transition segment. I haven't done any of the editing yet, man. I'm just talking. Or Cory, doing the... He's doing the wait a minute. I think I left my consciousness in the 6th dimension. I don't know, man. I don't listen to that song. I only know that Cory danced it. And I'm also not that good of a singer, so you know, I might have massacred that, but oh, hold on. I gotta mention, I know I said I was done mentioning Siri. I didn't say that actually. Why am I okay, this is why you have a script, man. This is why you have a I'm just rambling at this point. Yeah, I gotta mention No, I'm Not Human, because that was one of my favorite series they did. I know that's recent, I know that's not my childhood, but that was a banger. So why do I love Cory Kenshin so much? Besides the fact that he is the GOAT, and he is funny, and he is the king. Man, he's just like so charismatic. He could just be talking about anything, like how he was talking about peanuts, and I forgot which video that was. Actually, I forgot what video he was talking about peanuts in. But I feel like just like he could say anything on camera, and he can make it entertaining. And that's one of the things that I love about him, and that's one of the reasons that he's one of the greatest. Like, you know, maybe he's not the best at that. Maybe there's probably someone better than him at that, because, you know, you're never gonna be the best at anything ever, because there's always someone better than you, and that's not a bad thing. that there's always someone better than you. It's just like a fact. But besides the fact that he's so charismatic, then he can make anything entertaining, and he plays amazing games, and you know, all that. He's also so inspirational. That's my inspirational king, man. Very inspiring. Yeah, he's just inspiring, man, and he inspires me a lot. I know that for sure. So yeah, that's why he's one of my favorite YouTubers ever. That's why he's the GOAT. I mean, that I don't know. He's funny. He's charismatic. He's inspiring. What else do you want in a YouTuber, man? Like, I know a lot of people say Markiplier's the GOAT, but in my opinion, Cory is funnier. Cory is more charismatic, and Cory is more inspiring. And that obviously it's a biased opinion, but that's my opinion. You know, you can't change it because Cory's the GOAT in my eyes, and I don't think anything will ever change that. I guess unless something wild comes out on him, but I really doubt that. At least I hope not, bro. Please no, bro. Now the Cory segment's over. Now that I listed the things that I liked especially about him. That's my inspiring GOAT, man. On to the next. As for the next, it's PVZ. It's gonna be a really short segment because it's one specific thing and I have no idea what it is. Like, I have no footage of it. I want to find the footage, but I have none of it. But it was also a big part of my childhood. But it was this animation. It was a 3D animation, right? Crazy Dave, he's doing ballet with a shovel, attacking zombies. I don't think he's doing ballet. I think he's just, like, doing choreographed moves against zombies with a shovel. And he's just hitting them zombies, you know, as he does. Like, he never does that in the game, but whatever. But also, he's remembering, like, I think his dead daughter. This sounds crazy because I haven't seen the video in so many years, but he's, like, hitting his dead daughter. Or, no, whoa. He's, like, hitting the zombies, thinking about his dead daughter. And that's all I can remember. That's it. So, PVZ segment over. Zombies on Your Lawn, a banger, but I didn't watch a lot of PVZ as a kid. I just played it. I played GW2, I played the mobile app, and the PVZ2. Anyways, yeah, like I said, on to the next segment. The next segment is Minecraft, and you might be thinking, why Minecraft? Because it's a smooth transition, trust me. PVZ leads to Minecraft because of RFM versus games. That's ball knowledge. I don't care. 3 million subscribers, I don't care. It's ball knowledge, okay? Because I had to look for this guy because I watched him as a kid. I think I watched him on Amazon Prime. Which is weird because, like, obviously it's not a show. He's a YouTuber, but they just had a bunch of Minecraft stuff on Amazon Prime. I think it was. Like, I think it was Amazon Prime. I'm not sure, but I think it was. They just had a bunch of Minecraft shows on there. It could have been something else, obviously. But RFM versus games, that he did PVZ, he did Minecraft, but I watched the PVZ and Minecraft stuff, you know, the combination stuff. You know, I don't know, he would just put the footage up, but he would just be doing builds and having guns, and I was like, dude, my Minecraft is not like that. Why is that not my Minecraft? And he did the Plants vs Zombies 2 mod in Minecraft. I was jealous, but my jealousy era is over. I don't care anymore. The only reason is because I don't even know what mod that is, and I could play it if I wanted to research it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, that's RFM games. Other things I watched for Minecraft, obviously popular MMOs. Popular MMOs was a huge part of my childhood, actually. I would watch him on the bus going to elementary school. Every day was popular MMOs. And then, of course, I would watch Cory when I get home. It was nice. You know, I would watch popular MMOs while playing Marvel Academy. That's what it was. I miss those times. I miss those times for sure. I miss those times, yeah, but like, now I have more Cory videos to watch, so I can't really be mad. I do miss popular MMOs actually uploading though and all that. But I wish him well on his recovery and stuff from alcoholism. That was crazy when I found that out, you know. Okay, also for Minecraft is Exploding TNT. I watched Exploding TNT a little bit, you know. Not too much though. I didn't really watch him a lot, so I don't really have much to say on him. But what I did watch a lot was I think it was called like Minecraft Pickaxe. It was Minecraft Pickaxe Tracks. Is that Ball Knowledge? Is Minecraft Pickaxe Tracks Ball Knowledge? I think that was also on Amazon Prime at one point. I remember the Gold Digger song. I remember the Piggy song. Shoot. I remember I think they had a storyline going out through the songs. I don't remember though if that was something else, but I remember there was like a crazy girl who was fighting and killing everybody. Gosh, I sound crazy right now, but like that's what it was. It was like a crazy it's a crazy girl fighting people and killing everybody, and then all the dudes were mad at her, and then I don't know what happened after that. I think it was only one song. Actually, you know, I don't think that it was a series. I think they just took random people's songs. But other than Pickaxe Tracks, we have Monster School. Monster School, it kind of got infected by brain rot a few years back. I don't know. I didn't watch that version. I watched the original Monster School. I think it was like, what, 10 episodes? Max 16? Yeah, I watched those. I don't know. I don't really remember it that much. I was a little kid when I was watching this stuff, you know? I don't remember a lot of things. I don't really remember Monster School. I remember, like, that I did watch it for sure, but I don't really remember anything they did. But other than that was Technoblade, which, you know, Technoblade, I was watching him in middle school in 2020. And you know, I was really happy watching him. You know, he's the only member in the Dream SMP I liked, because I didn't really rock with the Dream SMP, I'm not gonna lie. I remember that I would tune into some of Technoblade's live streams, so I was like, man, these things are 4 hours. That's way too long, and I really won't. Well, I won't watch a live stream for more than, I'd say, an hour, maybe 30 minutes. I don't really watch live streams, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, back to Technoblade and the Dream SMP. He was the only Dream SMP member I liked other than Wilbur Soot. That ended out pretty badly. I don't really know what he did, but I know that he did something, and that was after I stopped watching him, because I really watched him when Technoblade was alive. Rest in peace, Technoblade. Yeah. After Technoblade passed away, I really stopped watching Minecraft, like, completely. And then I found Kieran Dev, and then, you know, I started watching again. But other than that, yeah, I think that just about covers Minecraft. So we move on.
What's your favorite idea? Mine is being creative.
How do you get the idea?
I just try to think creatively.
Next topic, also gonna be a short one. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Major part of my childhood. That was a huge part of my childhood because I really like scary things. Man. Yeah. So you might be wondering, like, why is this really here? 6 episodes, not much to talk about. I mean, it got adapted into a TV show, which I also watched. That was like no, it wasn't last year. It was probably 2 or 3 years ago now. I hope it's not older than that, because then I'd feel really old. Anyways, I watched the 6 episodes as a kid. I was like, it's not enough. So I go over, I search DHMIS, and this will relate to Undertale. Undertale, by the way, I'm not talking about this video, because I'm gonna make a part 2 to this video. Y'all want the Undertale stories, y'all are gonna give me likes in exchange. Y'all are gonna give me at least 20 likes, bro. Come on. I'm not talking about Undertale. That's exposing myself bad, okay? That's really exposing myself. But anyways, back to this relates to Undertale because I was watching Undertale comic dubs at the time, and that's, you know, I'll get into the specifics later, like if I get those 20 likes. But there was this comic dub by Ella's Ouija, and it was called Sketchbook and Tony Adventures, and I watched every episode of every episode in full in the middle of the night. I remember this distinctly. I was laying in bed on my phone, just watching it, just like straight up, just staring at my screen. Midnight, gotta wake up at like what was it, like 6 for school? And I'm over here staring at a "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" comic dub. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I wouldn't do that nowadays. But I guess I'm not in school anymore, so I probably would. I'm not gonna lie. If I had school, I'd be procrastinating the hell out of things. But yeah, that's why it was a big part of my childhood, because I watched every single episode of that. Wow. You know what? No, that doesn't make sense. So 20 likes will be part 2, 30 likes for a full series reaction to Sketchbook and Tony Adventures, because I haven't watched that in years. Man, this isn't reaching 30 likes though, so I don't gotta be worried about that. I'm not gonna watch that. Let's just move on to the next topic. And that's right, for our final topic, we have, FNAF. Which, obviously we have the Living Tombstone. Very nostalgic. Man, the Living Tombstone, they're really, like, etched into internet history. Like, they might be a top 20 most iconic internet creator, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, obviously I watched Cory, like I said, he played FNAF, you know? I watched, Markiplier. I didn't like Jacksepticeye, I did not watch Jacksepticeye, because I have free will and I didn't want to watch him. I used to watch FNAF SFM animations. I don't know what SFM stands for. SFM. SFM FNAF. I would watch the ones where they fight. And I watched the ones, like, they're iconic ones. I don't know what they're called, you know, it's been so long it's been so long. It's been so long since I've watched any of them. I have no idea, like, what they're called anymore. But I did watch the FNAF SFMs. I watched a lot of FNAF content. I remember I watched the, what's that? Pie Animations, I think it was? Yeah, I watched the 5 a.m. at Freddy's because, you know, obviously everybody watched that though. I think that, yeah, every FNAF fan has watched the Pie Animations at one point or another, whether you know it or not. I did not watch the Tony Cry Night one. Tony Cry Night, not in my childhood, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, it just wasn't there. Oh shoot. The FNAF School? I did indeed watch the FNAF School. I feel like there's so much more on FNAF that I watched, but I just can't recall it right now. So I think that's where we're gonna end the video. Obviously there could be a part 2 if I get 20 likes. And yeah. So if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and comment down below. It was kind of cool, really, rethinking about all this nostalgic stuff and whatever. So thanks for watching and goodbye.